What is going on, Wastelanders? It is me, the Lone Vault Wanderer, with another Fallout 4 video. So this video is going to be about how, first of all, in Fallout 4, there are going to be 12 different companions that can accompany you throughout the Wasteland, but of those that are human companions, i.e. not robots or animals like Dogmeat or Mr. Handy, you can actually romance those companions regardless of gender. So to be frank, you can have sex with them. Now the article that I'm talking off of, as always, is linked in the description below, but I want to be highlighting the main points. So the article starts off by saying as follows. During the Fallout 4 presentation at QuakeCon, Todd Howard revealed that, in addition to Dogmeat, players will have their choice of about a dozen different companions to accompany them through the game, only one at a time however. That's kind of shitty. In some new gameplay footage, we saw more of Preston Garvey, leader of a faction called the Commonwealth of Minutemen, one of your potential companions. We were also introduced to another companion, a woman named Piper, who runs a local newspaper from the ruins of Boston's Fenway Park, now called Diamond City. And here is the important point. Howard also announced that players will be able to romance their companions regardless of gender. Specific details of how romance will work in Fallout 4 was not revealed, but considering Skyrim allowed players to get married and move in together, it's not hard to imagine Fallout 4 including nuptials and domestic bliss. Howard also said that there will be a special perk for those who want to play without companions, stalking the ruins of Boston as a lone wolf, but did not elaborate on what that perk might be. So first of all, 12 companions is a great number. I believe there are about 8 in Fallout 3, so an additional 4 is going to be great in terms of variety and choosing the companion that suits us most or that we prefer the most. Secondly, I'm interested to see this new companion by the name of Piper. She sounds interesting. I believe in another article it was mentioned that she wears a red leather coat or something along those lines. Sounds like she could be cool, but I guess we have to wait and see for that. Now the important point, or the main point of this video, in that you can romance your companions regardless of gender. Now the ability to have sexual relations was present in Fallout New Vegas. If you don't remember, in the strip you could have sex with a prostitute. So I guess Fallout 4 is just taking that kind of mechanic one step further and allowing you to actually have sexual relations with companions. This is great in terms of immersion because you would expect realistically, if you are attracted to the companion that is accompanying you throughout the wasteland, for you to be able to have affection for them, for you to be able to like them or love them and therefore have sexual relations with them. It's a completely normal process, and I'm glad Bethesda has taken a step in that direction and allowing us to do that. How graphic is it actually going to get? I'm pretty sure the sexual component of it is going to be hidden or dumbed down a lot, or like in New Vegas, how the lights would just dim and you can hear the moaning of the male or the female. I'm pretty sure it's going to be along those lines. I just can't actually see physical penetration or anything along those lines. Maybe something similar to Witcher, because I know that was a very sexualized game, but who knows? Either way, I'm happy so long as the rating does not ban it from Australia. I'm also glad that it's going to allow you to have sexual relations regardless of gender. I've seen people have a bit of an issue with the fact that the main characters that you choose, either male or female, are in a heterosexual relationship. And there is no option, seemingly anyways, in terms of saying, well, what if I want a homosexual couple in those initial scenes where you actually create your face and in that part of the story. And in terms of it making sense with regards to the story, some might argue that the baby could just be adopted, and that's the way homosexuality would actually make logical sense. But I think that this is actually a great way to implement homosexual relations in Fallout 4, because while we are starting from a heterosexual base, when you actually start to play Fallout 4, if you choose, whether you're a male or a female, if you want your character to actually have homosexual relations, or, along those same lines, if you want your character to be gay or to be a homosexual or to be a lesbian, you can do that, and that's completely okay. So I'm really glad that that's actually an option in Fallout 4, and it also makes complete sense in terms of what Todd Howard has emphasized to the nth degree in terms of player choice. Bethesda obviously want us to have the most freedom with regards to player choice, whether that's in terms of where you travel, whether that's in terms of what your character wears, whether that's in terms of what quest you complete first. All of those things reflect how adamant Bethesda is in giving us as the players a lot of options and a lot of freedom for player choice. So the fact that you can have homosexual relations, or the fact just generally you can have sexual relations regardless of gender, so you can obviously have a bisexual character, it just reinforces that aspect of player freedom in terms of choice. So this is all great news. I'm interested to see how this is actually going to be implemented, and I would love to get your thoughts on this, guys and girls, so please put them in the comments below. As always, please follow me on Twitch and Twitter. The links to those pages are in the description below. And until next time, this has been Lone Vault Wanderer. Please take care of yourself, and as always, keep fighting the good fight.